Right now, somewhere in your life, something is growing. And you probably don't even realize you're the one feeding it. Not your bank account, not your body, not your business, your attention. Whatever you keep looking at keeps growing. Whatever you keep talking about keeps growing. Whatever you keep replaying in your mind at 2 a.m. keeps growing. This is not a coincidence. It's a law. What you focus on expands. Focus on the problem, and the problem gets bigger. Focus on the person who hurt you, and the pain gets bigger. Focus on what you lack, and the lack gets bigger. Not because life is cruel, but because your mind is a magnifying glass, and whatever you point it at gets clearer, louder, and heavier. Here is what nobody tells you early enough. Your mind does not know the difference between a threat and a thought. If you keep thinking about the breakup, your body still feels a loss. If you keep thinking about the bill you cannot pay, your nervous system reacts like it is happening right now, even in the middle of the night, even when nothing new occurred. You are not weak for feeling this. You are wired this way, but wiring can be redirected. Think about the people you know who seem to have all the luck. They are not lucky. They are focused. While others complain about the traffic, they are thinking about the meeting. While others replay an insult from 3 years ago, they are building something new. It is not that their life has fewer problems. It is that their mind has fewer places to leak. And leaking is the right word, because that is exactly what happens when your focus goes to the wrong place. You leak energy into arguments that will not matter next month. You leak time into people who only show up when they need something. You leak confidence into comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You leak your future into scrolling through lives that are edited to look better than they are. And then months later, you wonder why nothing in your life has changed. Nothing changed because your focus did not change. You cannot build a new life while staring at the old one. You cannot expect growth while your attention is planted in fear, doubt, and other people's opinions of you. A farmer does not water weeds and expect fruit. But that is exactly what happens when you keep watering worry, keep watering what if it fails, keep watering what will they think, and then ask why nothing beautiful is growing in your life. Whatever gets your attention gets your energy, and whatever gets your energy grows. So here's the real question. What have you been feeding without noticing? Have you been feeding the fear of starting more than the excitement of finishing? Have you been feeding the memory of who hurt you more than the vision of who you are becoming? Have you been feeding the noise of comparison more than the quiet discipline of your own path? Awareness is where the shifts, because you cannot redirect what you refuse to notice. Now, if this is already making you think about where your attention has been going, take that as a sign. Before we continue, subscribe to this channel, because this is where we talk about mindset, discipline, and becoming the version of yourself your future is waiting for. And send this to someone who keeps focusing on everything except what actually moves them forward. Now let's talk about how to actually shift your focus, because awareness alone is not enough. The first step is simple, but not easy. Stop feeding what you do not want to grow. Stop replaying the argument. Stop refreshing the page that hurts you. Stop rehearsing the worst case scenario like it is your job to predict disaster. Every time you replay pain on purpose, you are not healing. You are watering it. The second step is to redirect, not suppress. You cannot just tell your mind to stop thinking about it. That rarely works, because the mind needs somewhere to go. So instead of stop thinking about the failure, start thinking about the next attempt. Instead of stop thinking about who left, start thinking about who you are becoming without them. Focus is not about emptiness. It is about redirection. The third step is choosing your inputs on purpose. What you watch becomes what you expect. What you listen to becomes your inner voice. If you spend your mornings consuming panic, comparison, and other people's opinions, do not be surprised when your mind defaults to panic, comparison, and self-doubt by noon. Feed your focus with people who are building, not people who are only complaining. Feed it with lessons, not just entertainment. Feed it with your goals written down where you can see them, not buried under 50 other tabs in your mind. The fourth step is patience, because expansion is not always visible at first. A seed does not look like anything is happening underground, but underground is exactly where the real work is happening. If you have shifted your focus toward your goals, your discipline, your healing, and it does not look like much yet, that does not mean it is not working. It means it is early. Consistency is the proof that your focus is real. Anyone can focus for one good day. Growth happens when you focus on the same vision on your worst day too. Here is something else worth remembering. What you focus on does not only expand outward, it expands inward. If you focus on your flaws, you will find more of them, hiding in places you never even noticed before. If you focus on your growth, you will start to notice the version of you that is already changing in small ways, in quiet ways, in ways nobody else is clapping for yet, but ways that are real. Nobody sees the morning you chose to work on yourself instead of scrolling. Nobody sees the day you chose silence instead of an argument that would have wasted your peace. Nobody sees the moment you redirected your mind from the person who left to the purpose that is still ahead of you, still waiting, still yours. But your future sees it. Your future is being built right now in a direction your attention keeps returning to, whether you're aware of it or not. So ask yourself honestly, if my life became more of whatever I focused on this past month, would I be proud of what it turned into? Would it look like discipline, or would it look like distraction? Would it look like healing, or would it look like the same wound reopen on repeat? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that discomfort is not a punishment. It is information. It is your sign to redirect starting today, not next year, not next Monday, today, in this exact moment, before the day gets away from you again. Choose to focus on the solution more than the complaint. Choose to focus on your progress more than your past. Choose to focus on who you are becoming more than who doubted you, or who left, or who never believed you would make it this far. Choose to focus on what you can control and release fully what you cannot. Because here's the truth. Your life is not expanding in every direction at once. It is expanding exactly where your attention has been living, quietly, patiently, whether that place serves you or drains you. So take your attention back. Point it toward your goals, your healing, your discipline, your peace. Point it toward the version of you that is quietly, patiently growing underground, unseen for now, waiting for you to keep watering the right thing long enough for it to finally break through the surface and into the light. What you focus on expands. So choose carefully, because you are building your future one thought at a time, one focused hour at a time, one redirected morning at a time. If this spoke to you, like this video so it reaches someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more on mindset and growth, and comment one word below: expanding. Because from today, Your attention is not random anymore. It is a decision. And it is building something.